All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be, today's presentation is going to be on Home Concierge. This is the concierge service provided by your broker that is going to help you to give your client not only an amazing moving experience, so help them throughout that process, but also to help you stay in touch and in flow with them while they are living in and managing their home. So for your sphere of influence, to keep them engaged with you over time. So a little agenda for today before we get started. So first thing we're going to be going over is going to be the value of the home concierge. So how can you actually, what can you actually use this for in your business? What are some of the things that it can take off of the table for you and help you out with? And then we'll talk about the client dashboards a little bit, home ownership dashboards. We'll give you an overview of that, take a look. And then at the end, we'll take a look at your agent dashboard, and I will show you how to get in there and do a few things as well. If you have any questions while we go through this, please just yell, talk to me, just spit it out. It's okay. I would be happy to know what you guys are interested in so I can make sure that we get all of your questions answered. At the end of this, I'll give a little time for Q&A if we missed anything. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the question is, no matter what comes your way, do you have what you need to be successful? So we hear all the time about the different changes that are happening in the market. The market is stabilizing now. Is it like it was pre-2008, post-2008, pre-COVID, post-COVID? Do you guys have what you need to make sure whatever market you're in, whatever it's like, that you are getting, doing your best and getting what you need to get done? That's why you guys are connected with Move Easy. We know a few things about the market. We know that a lot of time is spent on that awareness marketing. So letting clients know who you are, letting people know, hey, I'm out here, I'm a real estate agent, I can help you with the things that you need. But very little is done on that retention side. So making sure that you're getting the most value out of those people once you're making those connections, that it's a long-term connection, and you really are their real estate agent for life. We know that the reason why that this is very difficult to maintain that relationship is because most people forget who their real estate agent was that they used within the very first year. A lot of people do not connect the real estate part to the real estate agent, meaning everything related to my home, everything related to real estate is something that I want to be connected with my agent on. They think only about that transaction part of things. We know that it's a really long time between the time that your client is going to be moving into that home and the time that they need to make a move again. It could be 3 to 5 to 7 years. That does not mean that that's all the opportunities there are for you as an agent within this time frame. There's people that they are connected to, they have relatives, they have older people who are moving out of their homes and moving in with their relatives. They have people who are moving out who are trying to think about what they want to do. So if they don't know that they've got to make that connection with you anytime these sorts of things come up, then you may not get that business when it's time. That's why you want to be using something like Home Concierge powered by Move Easy. This is going to, number one, help you stay on top of mind with your clients. So you want to be known as the person that they go to whenever they've got anything real estate related, questions about, should I make this change to my home? Will this add value to my home if I do this or that? Can I afford to get a second house? Can I afford to invest? All of those things you want them to be connecting with you about. You want to offer this white glove service to everyone. It is a white glove service. It has a really high end feel to it. And it's something that is free for you to offer to everyone that is in your sphere, every single person that you're making a transaction with. And the excellent thing about this is that those people in your sphere who are not even ready to make a move right now, or they're not currently doing anything like that, they can still use this so that you're able to stay in touch with them until they're ready to do so. This is a great way for you guys to win that new business as well. We actually have a CMA slide, which I will send over to you after this, but you can put it right into your listing, and it's a great and powerful tool. I don't know if you guys have ever moved before. I know you have, because everybody has moved at least once or twice. And the experience between moving with the concierge and without it is something, once you go through it, you're like, I have to offer this to every single person. I need to offer this to everybody, because when they experience this, me giving them this as an agent, they will never want to move the way that they did in the past again. So that's a great way also for you guys to get that repeat and referral business, by showing that you're that real estate agent that goes above and beyond. And I know myself, after knowing about a service like this, I would not let my friends or family members move, anybody that I know, without saying, hey, do you know that this is available, so that you don't have to do all of that stuff. And it's, again, show your clients that you're willing to go the extra mile. Even if you're a new agent, it's one of those things that makes you look like you know more than you do, that you have more connections, that you understand your clients and what they need to have a successful move, and you're taking care of that. All right. Oh no. What happened? There we go. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about what we do. So we help the clients to get settled in. So everything that you would need for your move. So the utility providers, so we'll help them locate those two utility providers and get that set up. That was something that you guys used to, like a lot of agents have to get from your closing documents for your clients, or you have to direct the clients where to do that, and we do that for you. Internet, cable, moving services, those moving services are vetted. We have taken the time to go through and make sure that they are bonded, secured, insured, in business for 5+ years, A or better on the Better Business Bureau. And we go through each one of those and make sure that your client is going to have a great experience. We also help with those real estate services, title, home insurance, mortgage, any of those sorts of things as well. And for your homeowners, so we talked a little bit about how it can help you with your business, how it can help you in the midst of a transaction, but what about your homeowners, your sphere of influence, your renters, right? Those people who might be moving or buying a home in the next few years. What are the reasons that you would want to have them on this platform? What do they get? So they get access to one of the most comprehensive moving and home management programs out there, available at absolutely no cost for life. Okay, so all of the things that we're offering to them there, bill reduction, any support, all of those things they're going to have for life, and that's going to be coming from you, branded to you, the agent. They get that lifetime dedicated personal assistant for the white glove experience. Like I said, it doesn't matter if your client is renting, if they're buying a fixer-upper, if they're buying a $10 million mansion next to the beach, they are still going to get that same high-end service and support. And they have that dedicated concierge that's always going to be the same person that they talk to. We have people who literally have been with the same concierge for 3 or 4 or 5 years at this point, and they call every year to check on their rates. They call anytime they need help with or support with making changes around their home or updates. Our concierges are providers of these services. So what that means is they already know what the lowest price they can give is. They don't have to, your client doesn't have to call Xfinity and haggle and try to get discounts and is there anything else you can do for me? We already are going to make sure that they're getting that best price possible. The concierge are providers, which means they also have access to all of the free equipment, gift cards, discounts, all kinds of things that your client wouldn't normally have access to if they just went through those companies directly. A good example of this is when we have homeowners or people in the sphere of influence that call just to see if we can save money on their bills. I have not seen a person yet not save. The lowest amount was $270 so far. And it was just simple. Like they're like same internet service, same speed, same company, but a $30 a month credit, right? This is the kind of stuff you want to give to everybody. Okay, so the homeownership dashboard. So this is another thing that they're getting. They have access to this dashboard, which I'll be showing you in just a few minutes here. So they get those ongoing savings. Like I was talking about, the team continues to find savings for them. Internet, insurance, all of these things change all of the time. Introductory rates change, things like that. So we're always making sure they have the best rates. Timely reminders. The platform gives them maintenance reminders. It's something as simple as making sure to change that filter every month during the hot season. Simple things like that we can do there. Contextual services, that's another good one. This one I always bring up for your renters because they can put all of their property documents, photos from their move-in, any of those sorts of things they can put in there. Your homeowners can also put all of their good stuff in there, like their warranties for the roof that they just got fixed, or for the refrigerator, or whatever the case is, videos of different updates that they've made. All of that stuff can be in there. And then home management. So access to trusted pros. You guys have the ability to go in and add a vendor. So if you have it's a great way to build community. You are going to meet those people who are contractors, general contractors, or do different things while as an agent. So you are able to put those vendors in there so that your clients have access to those as well. Okay, so how does this work? This is really important. How does this all work? So whenever your deal goes into pending, that's when we automatically would send an invitation out to the client. And the invitation looks a little bit something like this, and I'll show you a closer one in a few minutes here, but it gives them that option to get started, or they can go ahead and schedule a call directly with the concierge that is going to be their concierge from now until whenever. And I like this option a lot because if someone were to send this to me as a sphere of influence or something like that, I would absolutely want to look and see what kind of goodies, what kind of options do I have in there? What are you giving me? And what I can do with it before scheduling that call. But for people like my mom or, you know, my grandmother, like, what's the number to call? Can I just talk to someone on the phone? So I like that we get that done in both ways. Okay, so what's the communication look like? This is also something super important to understand. This is a concierge service. It is a extension of your business. I will show you some more stuff about that once we get into the dashboard a little bit, some cool stuff that you can do to actually get some more, to actually use this a little bit more as an extension. But this is a concierge service. We are there to help your clients. The whole point of it is to help them to get all the stuff done that they're going to need to do anyway in a very small period with a 30-minute phone call, and to get them the best rates and deals and get them taken care of. So we don't spam, we don't harass clients, we don't send them a bunch of junk. It just marketing stuff. That's not what we do. So this is what it looks like. First day, they get that introductory email and introductory text message, just reminding them of what they should already know, because you have spoken to them about it in the CMA presentation. You have already told them you have a concierge that's taking care of this for you. So if we can't get them during that phone call the next day that would be coming from the concierge, then we follow up a couple more times over the next few weeks, and that's it. It's a pretty much, I've been through this process several times just to be sure. And at the very end, they just say, hey, look, we're here for you. This is yours forever. If you ever want to use it, let us know. That's it. But we absolutely love when we're able to get in touch with your clients and assist them. When we do, it's super transparent. We send this email out to them to let them know, look, this is how much time you saved. This is what we were able to set up. This is what still needs to be done, or what we weren't able to do, whatever the case may be. We put a summary and we send this to you, the agent, as well, so that you know what we were helping your client with. All right. Do we have any questions about any of this portion so far?
I think so.
That's great so far. I love when I've known a lot about the platform, but I'm learning a lot of new things, even just sitting here. And when you mentioned renters, it made me think of the property management side of our company and how all the people that are renting from us, over 2,000 units, this could be a potential great way to introduce them to the real estate company. So, I mean, I hope it's helping you too, Ryan, but I'm really glad.
Absolutely it is. No, this is great.
Awesome. Yes.
I haven't been using this yet, so
No,
being
we
able
gotta
to
get it going.
implement this into my CMA presentation, which we've already customized and it's in there, is going to be great. And understanding and being able to intelligently explain this to my clients is going to be great.
Right. Wonderful. Cool. Well, let me show you some more stuff then. Okay, so this is a copy of the email that you would receive. You, the agent, will receive 48 hours before we contact your client. So again, another layer of support here. This is an extension of your business. If you forgot for some reason, or you had something already in the works and just didn't tell them about the service, 48 hours before we send this out, congratulations on your transaction with whoever it is. Here's their concierge. This is who we've dedicated to that client for you. And just reminding you what they're getting. And then down here at the bottom, you see this option to disable an invitation. This is what you would want to use if you ever have one of those situations where you're like, I don't want you to automatically send anything to this client. This is a land transaction. This is an investor. So if you have any situations like that, or they've already got access and this is just another transaction we're doing for them, then you can certainly disable that invitation for that client. So just so you know it's there, hopefully you'll never have to use it. All right, and then here is that email again that goes out to your client. So that's what would come on the client side. Welcoming them to the concierge. They can get started, schedule the call. As you can see, Matt, he's down here. That is indeed their concierge. So if they were to go ahead and click and get started, let me see if it'll let me do it without logging out of this one. Yeah. If we go ahead and click to get started, this is what it would look like for that client who is moving, okay? So as you can see, it's branded to the agent. So this is where your beautiful face would be. And then up here, they have the insurance. First foremost, the first page here, you can see it says where they're moving from and where they're moving to and the date. That's important. And it gives them a few options of things to do. Like, hey, yes?
Where is it getting, is it pulling that information from Dash and automatically putting it into the platform?
Yeah, it should be. I think you guys are set up to, yeah, you're automated. So it pulls it from Dash.
That's pretty cool if it's automatically taking it right out of our back end in order to, and it must be because you said it knows when it goes pending, the client's going to automatically get that.
Yep.
So that would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, so it prompts them to do a few things here to get started, but I'll just take you over through the top so you guys know what everything is. And I really do hope that you sign yourselves up as a sphere of influence and get yourself a dashboard, because you could save some money on your bills, number one. And number two, it's just a good way to see all of the new updates as soon as we bring them out. Like, what do they look like for my client? And you can also use it to look up utilities and all kinds of stuff too. So like here, utility providers, you can change the address and update it. Oh, it logged me out. I knew that would happen because I didn't log on the first time. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, so you can see up here, they have home insurance. I'm sorry, I have probably a ton of pages open up. There.
Your computer looks like mine.
Yeah.
50 tabs, all the things.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, so now we should be okay. It's taking me like a new person. When you first log in as a new client, it does show you this video and tell you everything that it does. It's a really quick, like 1-minute video, which I think is pretty cool to help clients if they're not quite sure what this is. Okay, so home insurance, they can check out here. Moving services we have available, like I said, all of those very well vetted moving services. Auto shipping is available in there. Anything your client might need, it's in there. Matt's right there at the bottom, always available if they ever get tired of looking at this stuff and want to just give him a call. If they get stuck on anything, he's right there. They can reserve a storage unit. It'll show them what's available in the area. Thinking about it. but it shows them what's available in the area for storage units. And then they can update their address through here. This is free. They don't have to fill out that little card and send it to the post office or anything, and they don't need to pay anything to do this, because even if you, I think if you do it online, they still need your card or whatever with your name and address. So this is pretty cool. Free to do right in there. They can set up all of the utilities. They can see what's available. If anything is not available, what would happen is if they click any of these and something is not available, it automatically sends it to our research team, and then they put in all of the information for the client. Home warranty, they can take a look at that. Their internet and cable providers are going to be available. Skip and show all offers. They can go through and put all their information or just see all the offers that are available. What is this here? Huh. Minnesota, why is nothing coming up? Ah, that's weird. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, I'll fix that after this, but it should be showing all of the providers for the internet and cable there, but I will get that looked at. Maybe they just need to update it. It's been a while. Okay, so this is where the trusted pros would be, so they can look at any of the people that are available for if they need to look up any services, maintenance, interior, exterior services, they would be able to look up one of those there. And then home security is another good one. Everybody wants some kind of security nowadays. So they are able to look at that as well. And these are cool because they are your exclusive ones. These are the deals that were exclusively worked out with Century 21, Realogy. So these are the cheapest rates that they're going to get on this stuff, pretty much guaranteed, which is super cool. So you know that your client's getting the best rate there. Driver's license, can update it. It lets them know what the cost estimates should be. What they need to bring with them to get it done. So that's cool as well. And then they can reserve that storage unit, car shipping checklist. Here's the checklist as well. They can put tasks on their checklist to have those get done for their move. So that's pretty much the moving dashboard. Let me make a note really quick here, because I need to make sure we have everything updated. Okay, now let me show you guys. And let's log out of there so that we don't have a problem. And then let's look at, this is for your sphere of influence. So I'm going to show you guys the one that is going to be for your homeowners, people in your sphere of influence. And it looks a little bit different. Just a couple of differences, but here is a copy of that email you didn't see in the presentation. And this would go to everybody who's not anyone in your sphere of influence, who's not currently in a transaction. So they can go to their dashboard from there.
And this one would not be an automatically sent out email. We, Ryan, or any other agent could go into their backend and invite people in their sphere of influence to this.
Exactly. Yep. And I'll show you guys exactly how to do that. And honestly, if you've got like a list of people, I know in like Moxie, you can just go and just download your whole list. You can just send that over so we can put them in and send out the invitations for them to everybody all at once, pretty much.
Just gets better and better with you, Abena. I don't know.
That's what I'm here for. Okay, cool. So this is going to be the home ownership. Get started, skip all the new stuff. Okay, so a couple of differences you'll see right away. It doesn't talk about moving over here. It just has the estimated value of the home. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. But this is really cool. This says save money in just 5 minutes. This is how you find out if you can get some money saved on your bills. And all of you guys, make sure you sign yourself up as a sphere of influence when you go through here, because this is the first thing you want to do. If there's one thing, I can talk to you guys all day, but if there's one thing that's really gonna help you understand the service and what it's gonna be like for your client, and wanna make sure that you never let a client miss out on this opportunity to use it, it's gonna be actually using it yourself, right? See if you can save yourself some money on your internet or your cable or something. So a couple of different things. They still have the utility providers here. They still have, oh yeah, see, we have it for this address. I don't know what was going on with that other address, but it's all in here for that one. Internet and cable is still going to be there. Skip and show all the offers. So they can still see this one, everything is coming up. So they can see what all is available in their area and the prices, and have our concierge just go ahead and set that up for them. Home valuation is a fun little one that is available for your homeowners. I always like to go in, mess around, look at my home value. This is a great way to keep them off of Zillow and out of that like black hole, whatever's going on over there. As you can see, the value is coming from Estated and Zillow. It's a combination, but if they've got questions about that, it's prompting them to talk to you, the agent, to have that conversation with you about it. So cool things you can do with this, kind of keep your clients engaged. They have the option to put in the loan details. So let's put, I don't even remember, how much was this house? So this was what, 314. Okay, let's put in a loan. See, we did two. Let's put some number in here, 200,000, 30 years fixed. Let's say we started back in 2015, and then give them an amazing rate of 3.4%, unheard of. All right, there you go. So your clients, they have this to play with in there. So it tells them, what's my equity? What do I have left here? If they've got questions, if they want to do something, see if they can do something with their mortgage. If they want to turn, say, oh, if I pay 200 extra a month, how much can I save on my overall mortgage by doing that? They can take a look here and they can see if they can afford to sell and buy. What if they buy a second home? What if they want to invest? Whenever they interact with these things, agents also get a report of that as well. So if they have questions about any of these things or interact with them, you would get a report about that as well. And then you would be able to call that client and say, hey, I see you're looking at doing something like this, let's have a conversation about that, right? So that's really cool. Other things that they can look at here, home equity, projects, different projects that they might want to do. So if they want to get details about this or decide to do any of those things, you would know as well. They can look at their home pros as well there. Documents is a little different too. Oh, wait, any questions about home valuation before I move on? Okay.
I was just asking Ryan with the C21 off branch of the financing component in there. If that was the financing component that's showing up in there, or if that's something else. And Ryan was telling me, no, that's not the other option that we have out there right now. So.
Okay. Do you guys have like a provider that you use for insurance or mortgage or any of that?
We have a mortgage arm of our company that we just opened last year.
Well, then we need to put that as your option so that you can get leads through for that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'll need to make that update for sure. I'll get the info for that. Okay. Trusted pros are still going to be there for whatever projects they need to do while they're living in their home. And then home security is there if they need that and don't have that already. Driver's license is also still available because I was in Texas for like 2 years and didn't change mine. So having a reminder like this is good. One really cool thing. So imagine you're using this for a renter or, someone in your sphere of influence. Well, if they ever need to move again, they just click right up here at the top where it says, click here, your next move. And it will ask them a couple of questions. Are you trying to sell it? Are you trying to rent it? What's going on here? So they can click through there, and then let's put Minnesota. They're going to move to Minnesota somewhere. And then they can just notify you that they're ready to go. You just give them a call. And we know that over 90% of people go with the very first agent they talk to. Well, if you've given them this and they're notifying you, you're definitely going to get that deal. So this is very cool.
So that notification, when they fill that out, does that come then through an email to Ryan? Does that come by text? Can you monitor those preferences? How soon does he see that? I'm assuming instantaneously.
I wonder, let me see. That's a very good question. Not instantly. Yep.
Okay, because if I'm being a keyboard warrior, right, and it's 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night, and then I'm like, well, dang, I wonder how long it's going to take for me to have someone, because some of that differentiator is how fast you are to the draw to answer too, right? To set that expectation. So
Oh yeah, you can let this is one of those cool things. I'm like, it's an extension of your business. You can let it run in the back end. Or you can use it and actually like work it for
right.
your sphere. So it's up to you. But yeah, that is a really, really good point. Okay, any questions about this section? All right. So a couple more things I want to show you. The last thing I want to show you guys is admin. And let me actually pull up. Let me pull up my admin account on this one, because that's for yeah, so let me pull up my admin account and then we will take a look at that. All right, here we go. So when you first log in, yours is going to look a little something like this. I can do it two ways. Do you guys already have your logins for this? Or would you like me to send it to just who's on this call? Or would you like
We
me
have so many logins, sometimes we don't even know which logins we're supposed to use.
Ryan probably has never logged into this yet, I'm guessing. So if you
Into the
could send
concierge,
it.
I have not.
No.
Nope. So
Yeah.
if you can send me a login, that would be great.
Okay, I'll get you taken care of then, no problem. Okay, so when you log in, it'll first look a little something like this. And then the first thing you just want to do is make sure that profile is completed, because this is your branding. This is what your clients are going to see. And it needs to be correct. So right email, right phone number, best and most beautiful headshot, make sure that it's in there. And then on the dashboard, couple of things that are cool. You would be able to see on the dashboard any clients that you have in here. So any clients that are currently working with the concierge or set up to. So I put a few clients in here today just to show you what it looked like. And you'll see here you got their name, who their concierge is, and if they were a sphere of influence or if they are a mover in the middle of a transaction, how they signed up. Did they sign up through something that you sent them, an invitation that we sent them, or did they sign up direct? So that means that this section up here at the top, so your unique link, so it would be like your first name, last name here. So this section, you can put that like on Facebook, make a QR code. You can send that to anyone and they just would be able to sign up directly for this without you sending any kind of invitations out to them. So this is pretty cool. And then when they do that, you'll see that they signed up direct. So this is always awesome when you log in and it's like 5 people that you don't even know where they came from are now a part of your sphere. Okay, so another cool thing here you'll see right from this very first page is you can look at the details for that concierge. Like I said, this is an extension of your business. This can be Doug is sitting right there in Ohio. And if you email Doug or you call Doug and you say, hey, I've got this thing going on with John, right? I've got this kind of rapport built. This is what's going on. Mention this to John. You can actually message him or call him and let him know if there's something specific you want to happen with your client. Okay, couple other things I will show you on here, how to invite a client. So any new transactions that come, it should automatically be happening for you. They're going to be invited anyway, but mostly the sphere of influence is what we're talking about. So to invite someone from your sphere, it's really important to remember that you don't need a ton of information. You just need the name and the email address, and you don't need to know what their address is or when they moved, because whenever they go to sign in, they will be prompted to enter that information. So don't shy away from inviting anyone. So whoever you've got that info from, invite them. And then if you've got like a list of them, like I said, just send that over to us and let us put that in there for you so that you don't have to do that. Or if you know how to do the CSV file, you can drag and drop it right in here. Adding a vendor. So you can add a vendor here as well. You would just need to put their name, their basic contact details. It's important, really important to put the right type so that we don't have you don't want to have a bunch of accountants and they're not going to be able to find who they need. So you can do that as well. You can put a logo in there for them if you ever need to do so. Any questions about inviting clients or with the dashboard here, this portion? Okay, cool. So under account section is also a couple of cool things that you'll be able to see. So if you have any missed transactions, any clients that we were not able to reach out to, you'd be able to see them under here. So if you ever got a client who's like, oh, you said your concierge was going to reach out. This is a great way to see, because you'll be able to see why we couldn't reach out. And a lot of times you'll see something here like, oh, there was no email or there was no phone number for the client. So we got to have that stuff in order to be able to assist them. Let me see any other cool stuff here. Oh, you can change your email content. So a lot of times I'm asked, do we have to keep this, or can we add additional stuff in here? Yes, of course you can. You can make that sound like you. You can add additional things in there. You can change them for the time of year. You can do that if you would like to. So yeah, you can get in here and play around. I will make sure to send the admin out to you so you have it. And then you can play around in there and just let me know if you've got questions. So at this time, do we have any additional questions?
So one thing that I saw in that setup, in the very first screen you went into for setup, it asked for like a DRE number, a DRE number. Yeah, right up there under contact detail. What is that?
Good question. I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
What is that something that we need to know for Ryan, because we don't know what a DRE number is?
You don't need to know, but I should find that out. I'm not sure what's that connected to, but yeah, I can find that out. But you don't need that. You only need like the email address, phone number, and headshot is the main important things, because that's what's going to show up for the clients everywhere. Other than that,
I didn't know if that was pulling from anything in Moxie, or if it was connecting in his active listings, or if that was something that was a C21 number that we needed to make sure that was in there, so all the other platforms handshake with it.
Right, can connect. Yeah. Okay.
Those are all very good guesses. I have never heard of any one of those three things actually being it either.
Okay. Well, if it's needed, I'm pretty sure Miranda and I'll break it and try and find out where we need it. So, yep. Or what are the 100 passwords we need to get into it.
Right.
Okay, let me go ahead and stop the recording if there's no additional questions.